Hi guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. So I am working in the train journal and thought I would bring you along for this. So I'm here where I want this image. I like it. I don't want to cover it with anything, but it's also a book page and it's fairly flimsy. So I'm going to leave it alone just as a pretty picture on both sides. And then I have this paper here, which I really like, but the fact that there's nothing going on here other than a pretty picture, I can't leave this just a pretty picture too. So we're going to add something here. I really like this, partial to, so I don't want to cover that up. So what we're going to do is create a little flip pocket for here. So I have paper cut to the size that I need to start with anyway, and I'm just going to give it a little, excuse me, a little, I don't know what you call this, mark to be able to make a fold in the paper easily. Get that out of the way. Okay, so I want to make something that attaches here, but flips like this, but is also a pocket. This paper is that Tim Holtz paper pack that I found, I don't know, maybe last weekend on sale at Joann Fabric. It was on clearance because I guess he's not doing this sort of thing anymore, but that's this paper pack. And I thought that it reminds me of the train tracks and stuff, the pattern on it. So I thought that would be good. Anyway, now I want to see how, so it's 11.5, so is it 5 3/4? So let's cut it at 5 3/4 and we'll create a pocket with it. Okay, so we'll flip that around so that it's the same, pattern on both sides. The paper is this, which is fine and all that, but not really, it doesn't go with the theme. Excuse me. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna do a little thumb hole here. And a little bit of inking. I'm going back and forth with just the black distress ink and the walnut stain distress ink, just depending on the paper that I'm working on that particular page. I'm just choosing based on what I think goes best. Go ahead and ink the other side. It hardly needs inking on some of the sides, but that's okay. I just had lunch and so I'm having to keep on clearing my throat. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and put glue on the 3 sides. Just kind of fit it in there and then close it down. Make sure it's all lined up. Okay. And then I'm going to put glue here just to, be able to glue it down. Sometimes it's hard to, I have to hold these down so I can get it centered where I want it. Excuse me. Alrighty. So that will open up, and then, you know, you can put pictures, you can do all kinds of things, you know, whatever people add to their journals, that can be done there. And then I thought we would decorate it with, these are images that came out of the train book that I found. So some advertisement. So we're going to glue this one down. I've already reinforced it with some paper because it's fairly thin book page, and I just, you know, wasn't too sure. So we're just going to glue that down, and I thought it went nice with the colors. And then this is another little advertisement, and I backed it with some paper. I've already inked it and everything, so you guys didn't have to sit and watch that part. Excuse me. Hopefully after talking for a few minutes, that will stop. Okay, I'm not going to poke it all the way in because I don't want it to get caught on the glue. And then this is what we're going to put on the inside. So this is another image from the train book. And we're going to round the corners. The ink really isn't going to show up much, but you know, when you cut and there's just like that little white line that's around where you can see the edge, that's really all I'm trying to cover up. Okay, and then this is more paper from that same Tim Holtz pack. I'm just getting that little cut edge kind of flattened out a little bit. My new distress, walnut distress ink came, and it works lovely. It's, you know, I've been pressing so hard on the other one trying to get anything out of it that I forget that I don't have to work at it so much. So, yay, new distress ink. Of course, when I first started, I would always wait until I had a coupon or something like that to be able to buy the distress inks, because, you know, if you can use a coupon, why not? And they don't sell the distress ink anymore. And you know, I don't know why, but I have the hardest time finding walnut stain at any of our local craft stores. I can find vintage photo, you know, in the distress oxide, since that's all they sell anymore at the craft stores. Just vintage photo, but I have, so far I haven't seen the walnut stain at all. So I had to order it online, and I decided to get distress ink, but I had to pay full price for it, which was like $8. Oh my goodness. But that's all right. I just got it off of Amazon. Okay, I used the Fabri-Tac because I didn't want it, this image to get all warpy with the regular glue. I just felt like it would, because it's definitely thicker than magazine type paper, but I just feel like the wetness of the glue would really mess it up. Okay, so this is going to go inside. The back looks like that. It's going to go inside here. It'll stick out a little bit, but that's okay. I don't want to leave it in there just because everything's not dry. So I'm just going to set this off to the side, and we are going to do the next page. And I think I'm going to just get this out of the way so it doesn't cause trouble. Alrighty. One of the things that I have a hard time figuring out what to do with is the center of a signature. It's just so much nothingness. So what I have decided to do, I've already prepped. Oh, yeah, I prepped. Hold on, I have to find the image. There it is. Oh my goodness, that was quick. So we're gonna do a full page of this image, but we're gonna do a little trick with it. I'm gonna cut the white off. Little dust on it. Okay. This, you're like, that does not go. No, it does not, but we're going to use it like this. So I cut it to fit this page. We're going to glue this to this. Let me ink around it real quick. And we're going to use the Fabri-Tac again. You know, I just had that weird feeling like I need to check and see if I'm actually recording. Okay, that's good. I am. All right, let's go ahead and glue it down. Get this out of the way. I've had the black craft paper, scrapbook paper. I've had it for quite a while. I think I found a really big pile at a yard sale one day. And I've looked at it several times and have not been able to think of a way to use it. Not in any of the journals I've made up to this point. So I thought, you know, I need something that's just kind of, you know, dark backgroundy. I'm not going to be able to see very much of it. Why not just use it? And then I'll forget, you know, I'll totally forget about it and won't think, boy, I wish I hadn't used that black scrapbook paper. Okay, we're going to be doing something right here in the center. So I just want to make sure that it's really glued down right there in the center. And I want it to line up top and bottom. The edges I'm not as concerned about, just kind of centered-ish. And then I'm gonna squish it down a little in the center. I don't want it to squirt out and get Fabri-Tac on my image. I'm real good at that happening sometimes. Okay. So right there. But if you get it quickly enough, you can kind of rub it off. I thought that this video would take me a lot longer, and so I prepped a lot of it, but that's okay, you know. A long video is not always necessary. Okay, let me get this out of the way for a second and bring this back in. I'm going to take this piece and just line the top of it, because you will be able to see the very top, and also it'll just reinforce it a little bit. We're going to be making a couple of pockets, and so I just want to make sure that the page is strong enough to be able to support the pocket. I also reinforced this fold. I added some scrapbook paper on the other side of it. So should be nice and sturdy to be able to support everything that's going on. I would like to give this a little longer to dry before I use my cutter on it, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I went ahead and I inked the edges that might be showing when it's, you know, like this, but I don't think anything will be showing, but I did ink it. All right, you guys, we're gonna cut it in half. You're like, what? Let me just see how, okay, it's 10 inches, so I'm going to cut it at 5. Alrighty. And then I am going to put just a little bit of ink right here to make it obvious that there is a pocket there. And then we're going to glue this one down. So we're going to glue this one down to be a little pocket. Oh, wait, I need to figure out where, though. I need to figure out kind of, there's going to be a little overlapping so that when something gets put down in here, it doesn't get caught. So that's why we added a little bit of the black at the top, so that I could overlap and there not be much of a problem. I do not need very much showing or much overlap. So we'll just put it down. And it's a big pocket, so I'm just giving it plenty of glue. I don't need to have it so giant that I can't find anything to fit in it. Sometimes that's a challenge, isn't it? All right. Then we'll get glue on this one. And then I'll just show you where I am on this particular signature. I did a little bit of work on it yesterday, but I got busy doing something else. So I only was able to work on it for like, I don't know, 45 minutes or something. And sometimes that's just making one decision. You know how that goes. So I really basically did not work on it at all yesterday. Make sure everything is lined up. So it looks like a full image of the train, but with a line, and I did that on purpose just because I just wanted it to be obvious that it was a pocket. Now, whatever I put in there, my thoughts on it are, I will put something in that, you know, goes in and stops, and the only thing you see is like a little tab sticking out so it doesn't mess with the image, so that, you know, you still see the whole thing. That's my goal. I hopefully can find just the right thing to fit in both of the pockets, you know, for that to be the case. So that way we have a really cool image there. Okay, let's see how the hangover is on this side. It's fine. There's a little slight hangover, but we inked it and I'm okay with that. If I decide I don't like it, if it causes a problem when I put everything all together, then I can just trim that down. Let's go ahead and poke this in. Okay. And then I'll show you where I am on this signature. So in this one, we have that pocket here. We did this together, you know, putting this pocket in. So I just have a couple things on the inside. I'm not sure if I'm done with them. I might add some tabs or something like that. Over here, we have a giant pocket, you know, full-length pocket. And then I thought, I didn't want to take away all of this journaling space because that's a lot, you know, of journaling space. So I actually made another one of those and just made this little pocket here that flips up. And then I added a little tab and kind of thing sticking out here, but made it a pocket on the other side. And then we have some blank pages. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing there. I added a little bit of the jelly plate prints that Darcy sent me. I cut a little strip off and added it. I thought it went really well with this. And then here's what we worked on today. And then there'll be pockets here and here. So that's where I am on this signature. I did fill up the other signature, you know, the first one for the journal, but we'll leave that for a surprise for the flip through. Not that there's anything, you know, special or spectacular or different. I just don't want to show you everything before the book gets finished, because then you'll be like, yeah, I've seen it. That's fine. I'm okay. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I hope you like what we made today, and I will see you soon. Bye.